This is News 3 Now at 5.
And thanks for staying with us. The term voter fraud gets tossed around as an election issue, but is it really a problem in Wisconsin? The group in charge of protecting elections says it is rare.
Jamie Perez looked into this today as we're exactly 5 weeks out from November 3rd. Jamie, how many recorded cases of voter fraud have we seen in the last few years?
19 cases of possible voter fraud, which I'm told is not a lot. And today I checked with the Wisconsin Election Commission and some poll workers to see what they're doing to prevent this from happening this November. Donna Anders and Diane Copenhaver hope to see one main activity on November 3rd.
Encourage everyone to get out and vote, because if you don't vote, you're not participating in democracy.
They've both served as poll workers in Sun Prairie for years. One thing they hope not to see is a person trying to vote twice.
Can you count how many times that this has happened in the past 7 to 9 years?
I personally have never seen that happen. I've seen it where the absentee ballot hasn't come back and they've come in to vote that way. But that's yeah.
I saw it once, and it was an elderly gentleman who we had gone to his residential facility, and he had voted there, and he came in and he had forgotten that he had voted.
A new Wisconsin Election Commission report backs that up. It found 19 cases of possible voter fraud since 2018.
Almost never happens.
Reed Magny with the Wisconsin Elections Commission said most cases involve people voting twice, providing inaccurate information, or felons trying to cast a ballot.
Extremely small issue. We are on top of doing our best to make sure that it doesn't happen.
Even so, there are still protocols to ensure even accidental fraud is stopped.
There will be a watermark on your name on the poll book at the polling place that says that an absentee ballot has been issued. And if you return your absentee ballot by mail and the clerk gets it back, there will be additional watermark that says that the person has returned that absentee ballot.
Magny estimates 3 million people will vote in Wisconsin in November. And the more voters and absentee ballots there are, the more chances there will be for possible fraud. But it's something he says they're prepared to catch.
And in those few cases where it does occur, we have the tools to spot it and make referrals to district attorneys.
The Elections Commission will also do an audit this November to see if there's any voter fraud, but I'm told that audit probably won't happen until January, and from then it will take a couple of months to complete.
Jamie Perez, live downtown. Jamie, thank you. Wisconsin Supreme Court justices are considering whether to keep more than 100,000 names on voter lists or order them taken off.
Attorneys on both sides of the issue presented their cases this morning. Amanda Quintana is here with the details. Amanda?
Even after this morning's discussion, we don't have a great sense which way the justices will vote, but we do know it's unlikely that a decision will come before Election Day. Conservatives argue the Elections Commission should remove about 130,000 names from voter logs. They were identified as people who might have moved and didn't respond to a mailing within 30 days. Those attorneys say this case is about preventing fraud. Today, both sides disagree on who has the authority to purge voter rolls.
The statutes clearly place the Wisconsin Election Commission in charge not only of the voter rolls, but in charge of the administration of the entire scheme of chapters 5 through 10 and chapter 12 in all laws regarding elections or election law.
The authority to remove voters under subsection 650 sub 3, the statute at issue here, is clearly given not to the commission, but to the local election officials.
Liberals argue the lawsuit is trying to lower voter turnout, which historically benefits Republican candidates. Attorney General Josh Kaul also says the Election Commission shouldn't treat information that someone might have moved as reliable. This is one of several lawsuits on the same topic across the country. Many are playing out in battleground states like Wisconsin.
Amanda, thank you. We'll get our first chance to see Donald Trump and Joe Biden directly argue with each other tonight. They're expected to present two very different visions for the country. It's the first debate. The audience at Case Western near Cleveland will be limited in size due to the coronavirus. We spoke with the chair of the U.S. Congressional Black Caucus. She said the biggest issue on the table is the pandemic.
What I am worried about is if we do not have a change in leadership in this country, next year this time we will be talking about 1 million Americans who have died because the president has refused to address the pandemic as a national leader.
Voters care more about who is the better candidate to protect their jobs, to continue to grow the economy. This is a pre-debate tactic that they tried in 2016.
Besides the pandemic, race and the New York Times report about the president's taxes will be among the other issues. Tune in at 8 o'clock tonight. You can watch it here on News 3 Now.
Last night, the New York Times published new details of the president's finances, including a more than $350 million loss reported at the end of 2002 and a nearly $90 million loss in 2003. Joe Biden released his 2019 tax returns. The former vice president's federal tax bill totaled $346,000. The Times reported President Trump paid $750 in 2016 and 2017 and nothing in 10 of the prior 15 years.
Today, President Trump's Supreme Court pick, Judge Amy Coney Barrett, is on Capitol Hill for her first of many meetings with members of the United States Senate. Excuse me. Today's meetings were only scheduled with Republican members as the White House and Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell tries to fast-track her confirmation ahead of the November 3rd election. While conservatives have praised the pick, Senate Democrats have voiced opposition to the nomination and the timing.
The American people deserve a justice like Judge Amy Coney Barrett, and the American people deserve 9 justices on the Supreme Court.
She's so far away from the American people, and it's a lifetime appointment. It could set America back for a generation.
And critics argue that adding Judge Barrett to the High Court's conservative majority could lead to striking down the Affordable Care Act and reversing the 1973 Roe v. Wade decision on abortion, 2 topics that will likely dominate the confirmation hearing next month.
Another chilly day today, and we could see some more scattered showers this evening. Let's check the forecast with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti. Gary?
Just a few showers out there, Susan. In fact, as we take a look at visible cloud track right now, there are plenty of clouds, but you can see some breaks in the clouds to our north and west out toward the La Crosse area. And the showers are very light. In fact, we zoom into southern Wisconsin. It looks like a couple of sprinkles over the western portion of Rock County, west of Janesville, and not much else going on right now. Last night was kind of chilly. Here in Madison, we dropped to 42 degrees, but there were a few places where temperatures dropped into the middle to upper 30s. Current temperatures are in the middle 50s to the lower 60s. A little more sunshine out to the west, keeping temperatures a little bit warmer there. Otherwise, temperatures will be dropping down into the middle 40s. The skies turn partly cloudy overnight. Tomorrow will be variably cloudy. We'll see a chance of showers during the day, high temperature at 60 degrees. Later on, I'll take a look at a forecast that includes the potential for some frost Friday morning and Saturday morning, and then milder weather for next week.
Gary, thank you. Muscoda police are searching for a potentially armed and dangerous person who they think stole a vehicle early this morning. A maroon truck was stolen from Allied Ready Mix. Happened about 12:30 in the morning. Surveillance video shows someone armed with what appears to be an assault rifle and wearing body armor taking that truck. The truck has farm plate 309548F. If you see that truck or this individual, you're asked to call 911 right away.
This crash could have ended much worse. A driver getting just minor injuries after crashing into a building in Monroe today. Officers were called to the southwest side of town around 10. The driver lost control and crashed right into the porch. It looks like a house, but it's actually an insurance agency. Police say the driver should be okay and no one inside the business was hurt. Officers say a building inspector will determine if the building is safe.
The judge says Madison schools will need to share gender-related information with parents, at least for now. The Wisconsin Institute for Law and Liberty sued MMSD in February on behalf of 14 parents. Now, this has to do with a policy the district adopted in 2018. The group argues the district's guidance effectively allows staff to lie to parents about their children using different gender pronouns while at school. MMSD replied today in a written statement saying staff always prefers to work in conjunction with families and that every child's well-being is a top priority. The judge's ruling is temporary as the case proceeds.
State and county health officials have recorded more than 2,000 new cases of coronavirus today. With an additional 2,173 cases, Wisconsin has exceeded the 2,000 mark for 6 days in a row. Out of the state's lifetime total of 120,000 confirmed cases, over 20,000 remain active. There were also 67 hospitalized today, which is 20 more than the previous day. The State Department of Health Services said more than 10,760 people have been tested since Monday afternoon, and of those results, 22% came back positive. The worldwide coronavirus death toll has reached 1 million, and it happened in less than 9 months. More than 205,000 of those victims are in the U.S., and the rate of new infections here remains on the rise.
Sauk County has about 1/10 the number of COVID cases as Dane County. It also has about 1/10 of the population.
The public health director in Sauk County knows it's been tough to get some people to wear masks. Gabriela Becerra went there today to find out what the challenges are.
A good amount of people are wearing masks in Sauk County, but there's still many who don't. And doctors say that's contributing to the spike in COVID cases. Local businesses and health officials say it's frustrating for those who see it every day. Sauk County Public Health Director Tim Lawther's department receives most of its complaints about businesses failing to enforce the mask mandate from people who call them in. He says public health talks with owners and attempts to educate them, but the department doesn't have enough people for proper enforcement. That means they count on you actually following their guidance. That's something Lawther says some people just won't do.
The reality is that we are never going to reach some people. Some folks have their mind made up at the very beginning of this. They're not listening to science. They're not listening to data. They think that it's a big conspiracy theory. It has clearly become politicized.
Lawther supports a mask order, but seeing as the county board decided to not issue one before, he doesn't expect it to if Evers' order is thrown out. Sauk County Sheriff's Office says it doesn't enforce the state order. That's done by Sauk County Public Health. But local police departments say they will step in to help if asked by Public Health. In Sauk City, I'm Gabriela Becerra, News 3 Now.
And Sauk County Public Health recommends businesses post signs reminding customers of the statewide order. Coming up tonight at 6, we'll hear from a store clerk about the challenges of enforcing the order.
A new statewide study suggests that about 1.6% of Wisconsin's population had COVID-19 antibodies in July. Now, antibodies indicate if a person has been infected with coronavirus, and that's regardless of whether or not they experienced any symptoms. The survey for the presence of antibodies throughout the state is designed to test a sample of people 3 times. The first of the 3 rounds of testing was completed in mid-August. Researchers are preparing to start the second round next month, third round sometime over the winter. The final results are expected in early next year.
A new research study at the UW School of Medicine and Public Health seeks to reduce COVID-19 spread in Wisconsin nursing homes. COVID-19 has impacted nursing homes significantly. One of the ways nursing homes work to prevent the spread was switching many in-person appointments to virtual meetings. The new UW Health study plans to use 4 nursing homes in Wisconsin. The goal of the study is to gather data that will allow the team to design and implement a new telehealth model in nursing homes.
And that's kind of the perspective that we're taking is kind of looking at, do we have the right people involved? Are they doing the right things? Do they have the right tools to get the job done? And that's what we hope to get out of this, is kind of a toolkit that helps people identify the right people, tasks, and tools to get the job done.
Students will collect information for 6 months. The full study will take anywhere from 12 to 18 months. There's more to come tonight on News 3 Now at 5. When we come back, an anonymous grand juror in the Breonna Taylor case wants to make sure that all of the information gets out to the public. And coming up tonight at 6, a reality check on Joe Biden's economic promises that he's making if elected president. That's coming up tonight at 6. Red numbers on Wall Street today. The Dow fell more than 131 points. The NASDAQ tumbled 32. The S&P 500 loses 16. And we'll be right back.
Hey, Madison voters, don't let the pandemic suppress your vote. Create your safe voting plan now. You have options. Visit cityofmadison.com/clerk to create your safe voting plan today. Brought to you by the Madison City Clerk's Office.
Wouldn't it be nice to not have to deal with your messy gutters anymore? Leave that nasty chore in the rearview mirror with a new LeafGuard gutter system. Hi, I'm Andrew Larson, owner of Larson Home Services. My team would love to show you how LeafGuard's patented design keeps leaves and debris out so you can give up cleaning your gutters forever. And now is the best time to get LeafGuard. Order now and save 75% on installation labor, free financing for a year, and a $100 Visa gift card. Call to set up your free estimate today.
If you lose direction, you can grab my hand. I'll be the one behind you to say no. One-man band. Just follow your dreams and keep your promises.
freight health insurance. See why we're rated #1 in service, coverage, and affordability in Central Wisconsin.
Get up and get going. It's time to get your Fusion with the limited time offer. And well, let's just say more. Like Copilot 360, Bliss, lane keeping system, pre-collision assist, adaptive cruise control, Wi-Fi hotspot, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. Whew, that's a lot. What are you waiting for? Get to your Ford dealer today. Right now, get Fusion with 0% financing for 66 months plus $3,000 cash back. Or lease one for just $199 a month. Hurry in.
A woman who was young had COVID-19. I remember her because she had a bracelet that had the names of her children. She asked me, "Doctor, am I going to be okay?" And I could not give her the answer that I wanted to give her. There's no excuse for why we don't have this under control at this point. Joe Biden listens to medical experts. He actually has a plan that does the things that we should have been doing many months ago. And Joe Biden is not going to let his ego get in the way of fighting the disease.
FFPAC's responsible for the content of this ad.
Hey, Madison voters, don't let the pandemic suppress your vote. Create your safe voting plan now. You have options. Visit cityofmadison.com/clerk to create your safe voting plan today. Brought to you by the Madison City Clerk's Office.
Tonight at 6, the state Supreme Court hears arguments about whether to remove tens of thousands of voters from the rolls, and a reality check on Joe Biden's economic promises he's making if elected president.
Important voter information, especially if you're voting by mail. News 3 Now has step-by-step guidance for requesting and then tracking your ballot online to make sure your vote counts on November 3rd, Thursday, on News 3 Now at 10. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
An autopsy report released today by the Jefferson County Medical Examiner's Office in Kentucky shows Breonna Taylor was shot at least 5 times. According to the report, Taylor had 5 gunshot wounds to her torso, forearm, thigh, and foot. She also had a projectile in her right heel. The report said a post-mortem blood sample tested negative for alcohol and drug use at the time of her death. Taylor was shot and killed by police in a botched raid at her Louisville apartment last month.
And a grand jury charged one former officer with first-degree wanton endangerment in connection to that incident, although that charge is not directly related to Taylor's death. And now the attorney representing an anonymous grand juror says his client, quote, wants to make sure the truth gets out. The juror filed a very unusual motion requesting all recordings, transcripts, and reports of the grand jury be released to the public. Kentucky's Attorney General initially refused to release the grand jury transcripts, but he announced yesterday he will comply with a judge's ruling.
This is an issue that is about accountability, it's about public trust, and it's about transparency. The grand juror that we represent felt compelled to take some sort of an action based upon the indictment that was rendered and the subsequent press conference and messages from the Attorney General's office about how everything played out.
Now, both the Louisville mayor and the Kentucky governor have repeatedly called for the release of documents that won't interfere with any other ongoing investigations related to this case. All right, now we turn to weather and get a first look at your forecast. Here, Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti. Gary?
Well, we got a few sprinkles out there. We've had clouds for much of the day. That's held temperatures down. We'll probably see the same thing happen again tomorrow. But right now, just a couple of sprinkles over the western portion of Rock County, west of Janesville, over toward Broadhead. We'll probably see just a couple of light sprinkles this evening, and then things will actually clear out. More concentrated area of showers up into the UP of Michigan and far northern Wisconsin. The next batch of showers still back in North Dakota and Minnesota will reach us either late tonight or early tomorrow morning. 3 things you need to know in the forecast. Shower chances will continue off and on through Thursday. Most of the time it won't be raining, but keep an umbrella handy. Temperatures will remain below normal through next Monday, and we still have the potential for temperatures in the middle 30s on Saturday morning. So we keep that alert day in the forecast for the possibility for widespread frost. Patchy frost also a possibility on Friday morning. A lot of it's just going to depend on cloud cover, especially Saturday morning. A little more cloud cover, and that might keep temperatures up a bit. But right now, we're kind of in that frost possible range with temperatures in the middle 30s. Low-lying areas will be a few degrees colder, so frost is more likely in those spots, whereas high ground or areas closer to maybe downtown Madison will be less likely to see frost. But take a look at the temperatures in 2 points over the last 48 hours. Those temperatures have been staying in the 50s during the day and 40s at night. And the next 48 hours, pretty much the same story. Maybe around 60 for tomorrow, but temperatures staying only in the lower 50s for Thursday. Low temperatures this morning, generally in the lower to middle 40s. A few places were in the upper 30s, but there was enough cloud cover, at least for part of the night, to keep those temperatures from getting colder than that. But you can see there is some breaks in the clouds to our north and to our west, so we'll see skies turn partly cloudy for tonight. The weather pattern still pretty much the same story. Dry weather, warm weather out west, cooler than normal weather in the central part of the country, and then showers and mild weather right along the east coast. And that pattern is going to continue at least for a while longer. That northwesterly wind flow will keep temperatures below normal here. There's also a weak cold front to our north and west, another area of low pressure to the north and west that will just kind of right along that front, keeping the threat for some off and on showers over the next couple of days. But for the most part, it's not bitterly cold air. I mean, it's cooler than normal, but not looking at record cold or anything like that. It's just the cloud cover and the showers keeping temperatures below normal. You can see 50s for the most part here. A little area of milder conditions out to the west where there has been a little more sunshine. That might get temperatures up to around 60 for tomorrow, but again, we'll probably drop off into the 50s again, lower 50s for Thursday. For tomorrow, look for very cloudy skies. It'll be breezy and cool. We'll see a chance for some scattered showers. High temperature at 60. Rainfall amounts, though, through early Friday morning, generally about 1/10 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch in areas that get a couple of showers. Other areas may miss out on the rain altogether or see very little of it. 7 to 10 day forecast in that alert day for Saturday morning for low temperatures in the middle 30s and the possibility for frost. Another round of showers this weekend after a break on Friday, but next week looks to be dry and temperatures very comfortable. Highs in the lower to middle 60s, which is about average for this time of year. As we take a look at first warn traffic, another quiet day on the roads. Not seeing any problems right now along the Beltline. Traffic moving pretty much at the posted speed limits on the Beltline as well as the interstates on the east side of Madison. About a 15-minute commute either direction on the Beltline between University Avenue and the interstate. Heading down to Janesville from Madison southward, it'll take you 26 minutes on I-3990, 17 minutes to Sauk City on US 12, and a 17-minute commute to Sun Prairie on East Washington Avenue and US 151. That's your News 3 Now First Warn traffic.
Gary, thank you. Ahead on News 3 Now at 5, the NFL now reporting its first outbreak of COVID-19. We'll tell you which teams are affected just ahead.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by La-Z-Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. La-Z-Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Donald Trump is lying again. Joe Biden will not raise taxes on anyone making under $400,000. Biden will close tax loopholes for big corporations. Trump's tax cut giveaway exploded our debt, so he's threatening Social Security and Medicare. Biden will make the wealthy and big corporations pay their fair share, so we can protect Social Security and Medicare and invest in schools and health care.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
A little ding means more savings now at the Brothers Main Scratch and Dent floor model sale. You'll get more amazing deals for your kitchen, laundry, and living room. Get up to 40% off hundreds of products to make you and your home happier. Want more? How about expert salespeople every day or a risk-free 30-day price and satisfaction guarantee? The Scratch and Dent floor model sale means more selection, more savings, and more ways to make you and your home happier. Now at the Brothers Main, your local store for more since 1938.
Get a new carpet for your home at Menards. Lutex Mills carpet is soft and stain resistant. Right now, all Lutex Mills carpet is 11% off. Plus, get free carpet pad after rebate. Find your style with Patriot Lighting. Illuminate your kitchen with an attractive island light from the Cleavon collection. It features a candlelight look, and you can save 11% on it and all Patriot Lighting collections at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
We believe every baby deserves a healthy start. Yet many new parents in our community are struggling to afford the basic necessities. You can help change that.
October 8th through 11th, please donate to the News 3 Now Community Baby Shower. Drop off infant care items safely at these no-contact drive-through sites throughout Madison. Visit Channel 3000 for complete details. News 3 Now Community Baby Shower, sponsored by Viridian Homes and Dave Jones Inc.
When looking for a TV and internet provider, we know you have a choice. This is Jessica. She still has satellite TV.
Well, I get tons of HD.
Spectrum has tons of HD, and we love Spectrum's 24-hour local news channel. Plus, we get exclusive access to premium original content with Spectrum Originals.
I don't have that.
Get Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Call 833-976-4499.
Spectrum Internet starts at 200 megabits with no data caps and a free modem.
We have to get internet from another company, and it isn't nearly as fast.
Spectrum Internet, $44.99 a month.
I'd switch, but I'm stuck in a contract and would have to pay up to $480 to cancel.
Spectrum has no contracts, and they'll pay up to $500 to help you out of yours.
That's it. I'm switching to Spectrum.
Get Spectrum TV and internet from $44.99 a month each. Call 833-976-4499.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
The Tennessee Titans have suspended in-person activities through Friday after the NFL says 3 Titans players and 5 other personnel tested positive for COVID-19.
Now, the NFL says both the Titans and the Vikings are suspending in-person activities following these test results. The Titans played the Vikings in Minnesota Sunday. The league says both teams are working with infectious disease experts to trace contacts and perform more tests. The Titans are scheduled to host the Steelers on Sunday. The NFL says they plan on playing that game as scheduled. Now, if not, it could possibly be moved to Monday.
The Walt Disney Company is planning to lay off 28,000 workers in its theme parks division in California and Florida. Disney officials say 2/3 of the planned layoffs involve part-time workers. Disney parks closed last spring as the pandemic started spreading in the U.S. The Florida parks reopened this summer, but the California park has yet to reopen as the company awaits guidance from the state of California.
Stay with us. We'll have a final check of your first warn forecast in just a moment.
This season, the hottest destination isn't a place, it's a retreat on wheels. Now's your chance to get away in a Ford SUV. The SUVs with the highest brand loyalty in the industry. With scenic views, premium sound, and all your favorite tech, every drive is one exhilarating destination. And with great offers going on now, you've arrived. Choose FlexBuy on Escape with 0% financing for 66 months, plus $1,500 FlexBuy cash and $1,000 retail trade assist.
We believe every baby deserves a healthy start. Yet many new parents in our community are struggling to afford the basic necessities. You can help change that.
October 8th through 11th, please donate to the News 3 Now Community Baby Shower. Drop off infant care items safely at these no-contact drive-through sites throughout Madison. Visit Channel 3000 for complete details. News 3 Now Community Baby Shower, sponsored by Viridian Homes and Dave Jones Inc.
You know your gutters are full of gunk, and you know you need to deal with it eventually. With LeafGuard, you can give up cleaning your gutters forever. Hi, I'm Andrew Larson, owner of Larson Home Services. My team would love to show you how LeafGuard's patented design channels rainwater into your gutters while leaves, seeds, and other debris just roll off, leaving them clog-free, guaranteed.
We looked at several different types of gutters, and we knew that we had problems with leaves. We have lots of trees around our house, and I'm the one who goes and cleans out the gutters, and I wanted to eliminate that hassle in the fall of cleaning the gutters, and LeafGuard has done a wonderful job.
Love to hear that. Right now, your LeafGuard brand gutter system comes with some great money-saving extras. Order now and save 75% on installation labor, get free financing for a year, and a $100 Visa gift card. Call to set up your free estimate today.
If I'm your president, on day one, we'll implement the national strategy I've been laying out since March. We'll develop and deploy rapid tests with results available immediately. We'll make the medical supplies and protective equipment that our country needs. We'll make them here in America. We'll have a national mandate to wear masks, not as a burden, but as a patriotic duty to protect one another. In short, we'll do what we should have done from the very beginning. Our current president has failed in his most basic duty to the nation. He's failed to protect America. And my fellow Americans, That is unforgivable. As president, I'll make you a promise. I'll protect America. I will defend us from every attack, seen and unseen, always, without exception, every time. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Gary has a final check.
Well, getting some peaks of sunshine out there. There's the view from the Edgewater Skycam in downtown Madison. Temperatures right now, mid to upper 50s over most of southern Wisconsin. Look for a low in the mid 40s tonight. High tomorrow of around 60 with some shower chances during the day tomorrow. And then we'll see more shower chances this weekend after the possibility for some frost Friday morning and Saturday morning, and then milder weather for next week.
All right, Gary, thank you. We're back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6. Stay tuned now for the CBS Evening News with Norah O'Donnell.